Hi, friends. Can I call you friends? Thanks for coming in and visiting me tonight. Yesterday, I did a video on what's called long COVID, and I got so many responses that I wanted to upgrade it with some more things that are included that I've found in my own life with this. I love the term long haul, HAUL, COVID. That means you're carrying it for a long time. It's a long haul. It's not just a short COVID. It's not just a long COVID. It's a long haul COVID, which might mean forever. Well, some people call it coast COVID, which doesn't ring a bell or excite me. So, hope that doesn't offend anyone, but it's just the way that I talk. What I want to let you know is I woke up this morning, and I'm sure this is a continuation of my COVID, but I didn't mention it last night on the COVID video that I did that was titled, I believe, long-term COVID. That was last night. This is going to be called long haul, HAUL, COVID, just to make it sound different, separate it from the other, and make it sound more serious. Got up this morning. I was supposed to go and see this guy, 95 years old. He's got neuropathy. He's got restless leg syndrome. I've been his friend many, many, many years. The problem was I could barely get out of my bed. Okay, now, let me explain this. I usually can get out of my bed. I'm not one of these, like I was as a teenager, jump up and let's go out and do things, meet girls, have fun, things like this. Wasn't like that. But at least I could get up, drink coffee, watch TV a little bit. This morning, couldn't turn the key on. The key of the car the engine didn't start. And I was to be at this elderly man's home this afternoon and bring him food. Well, finally, I splashed water on my face. We're talking about 10:30, okay? 10:30 in the morning. We're not talking about 8. Yes, I've had early jobs at 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up way before 4. Ain't there now. So I splash water in my face. I go downstairs and I'm holding on to the rail. This is what I didn't share last night. Okay, this is what you're going to hear. Different. Just to walk down the stairs. My legs were so wobbly, I had to hold on to the rails. We got second floor is where the bedroom is. I'm holding on to the rails, barely able to take a step at a time. This didn't happen before I had COVID. I'd run up and down I'd run up and down stairs. So here, I'm barely holding on, and I go down. I get the coffee that my wife made, and I sit down in front of the TV, and I see two flashing lights of messages. Let me tell you this, I get so many calls, you get so many calls. You do get these calls of people calling you up trying to sell you stuff. If I get them and everybody I know gets them, I know you're getting these calls from people that don't know you, but they want to sell you something. A burial plot, anything. Insurance, especially insurance. Okay, so I had switched off all the sounds, all the ringing sounds on all the extensions of the phone, except the bottom level, and we don't hear it from where we sleep. So we come down and I see the two flashing lights, and they're from the same guy, 95 years old. He didn't sleep at all last night. He's got neuropathy, and he has restless leg syndrome. Now, let me tell you what. He was up rubbing his legs, putting electric appliances based on batteries that would stimulate his legs to feel better. He was doing all this stuff. I keep up with him every night. I just got off the phone with him. I call him every night. It's my duty. It's my calling to check on 2 or 3 people each day. So I call him up. No, I listen to the cell. I listen to not the cell, but the answering machine that says, "I can't make it. I can't make it. I was up all night. I'm no good. I'm no good. Don't come. Don't come today. We'll reschedule." And because I didn't get his first message, an hour later, he calls and says, "I'm not sure my first message came by, but I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't think. I didn't sleep at all last night." And believe me, I understand this, because 3 nights ago I slept 5. I didn't go to sleep till 5. The next night till 3. And this is one of the things about long-term COVID. You're not going to sleep. Get used to it. Go do like I did and go to a sleep doctor and pay him $220 an hour, or half an hour is $110. I saw him Tuesday at 5:30, so he could prescribe Xanax for me. 2 milligrams of Xanax. But that's not all. I can't go to sleep with that. This COVID did a number on me. So I get over-the-counter purple pills. There's 2 types. Only one works on me. two different prescriptions. Anybody that wants to know can ask me. Send me a message. I'll get it to you. And then I take melatonin, 10 milligrams. A natural ingredient in your brain that helps you sleep. So I take melatonin, take 2 milligrams of Xanax, and there seems to be something else I add to that. Can't think of it right now. This is part of the memory fog. Memory fog. You can't remember everything. Now, having said that, it doesn't work every time. And I can't overdose myself by taking more drugs than I should, of anything, over the counter or prescription. Not going to do it. Prescription, I may increase it by one extra pill. And if I'm lucky, I'll be asleep at 2:30 in the morning. If I'm not lucky, my gosh, 4? I thought that was my limit before I fell asleep. This week, it was 5 a.m. and after before I fell asleep. I was okay the next day. I didn't feel like I did today. I was up and going. Always remember, everybody's different. Every day's different. Don't think that every day has to be like the best day you had or the worst day you've had. The best advice I got when I was doing rehab because of coming down with this COVID, they sent me for rehab so I could walk better, so I could have more strength in my arms, more stamina. For 3 months, insurance paid it. Here I am where I was before. Don't think I'm too much worse, except the walking part, where I'm wobbling and I have to hold on to the sides of the rails. And okay, you want to know how old I am, don't you? 75. As of January the 13th of this year, just a few weeks ago. Okay, what am I saying here that's going to help you? Everything I said in the video yesterday may be useful, and the things I'm going to mention now, it may have been mentioned in the video, but it will refresh your mind. You'll be tired. You'll be fatigued. The term is fatigued. You'll be so tired, you won't want to get out of bed. You'll be so tired, if someone invites you over to your house, you will not want to go. If someone wants to come over to you, I haven't had this happen yet where someone wanted to come and visit me. If they did, I thought to myself, what would I say? Because I wouldn't be in a mood to entertain. think about how you'll handle that one. The concentration, I'm working right now on completing online courses to renew my mental health licenses. I have several. I'm not I'm not going to name them. But to let you know, I've got everything from a psychologist to a marriage and family therapist and a school psychologist. That's all I'll say. And I have to take courses for them all. But they allowed us to do it online, which I've been doing the last few days. Now, here's the question. Can I do it? Do I have the desire, but do I have the ability? And how do I get rid of the brain fog that's trying to block me from understanding what I'm reading, where I can put the right answers down? We're getting through it. We're getting through it. I'm just saying that's one of the things I'm dealing with. And focus. How do you focus when you're a writer? I may have briefly mentioned this. I've written several books from when I was first in college to now. I have four books now on Amazon. You have to look under Jim Wortham, JIMWORTHAM. I'm not asking you to look for them. If you want them, I'll sell them to you direct for half price, autographed and inscribed. I think they're $9.95. About 150 pages apiece. But they're love poetry about relationships. Relationships I had in college and after college. Relationships I know you will relate to, because I get so many letters in telling me that. I'm not pushing the books. I could care less if people aren't interested in relationships and things like that. So let's go on to the next thing. The memory at times can be a challenge. For example, remembering a person's name, remembering you're supposed to call somebody, remembering you promised to bring something over to someone's house so they could use it in their garden. That's a biggie for me. And did we talk very much about the energy level or lack of it? Here's the thing. Your energy level may have gone up after long-term COVID, but it can go down without notice, without warning, without announcement. And you think, why do I not have energy or stamina now when I thought I was getting better after a year, after the long-term COVID struck? Okay, let's be frank. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't expect to go to a doctor and prescribe and be told that you have long-term COVID. I don't know what you want to call it. Long haul COVID. More of them's familiar with that term. Long haul, HAUL, COVID. Or some of them call it post COVID. Most of them call it long COVID. You find a doctor for me. I'd love for you to send it to me so I can send it to other people that need it. The reason why is this. There's no, as of what I know now, there is no term, there's no diagnosis with symptoms that will diagnose this long-term COVID. Therefore, they're treating symptoms. Now, part two. They don't want to give, it's my opinion, such a diagnosis that could be permanent all your life, where you may not be able to do what you used to do the rest of your life because there may be disability involved, and it may be long-term disability. Not if you're working, you may have long-term through your work, but you'll also really need to go long-term with Social Security because you'll have it till you're 62, at which time you can switch to regular Social Security. Okay, I'm telling you this because you're not going to be able to go into a doctor's office and say, diagnose me, I think I have long-term COVID. I've had COVID at least 2 times. I think I've had it 3. I know I had it 2. I've tested 2. But I think I've had it 3 because the symptoms were the same, but I didn't do any test or self-test on myself on that one. I'm covering stuff I didn't cover yesterday, so this is not a repeat. So if you did not have a chance yet to look at the one yesterday, take a look at it. It may be helpful. So insomnia means you can't sleep. Like I said, 2 o'clock became a regular time to sleep, or after. A couple of nights ago, it was 5 o'clock. We've not touched the worst of the worst. Depression and anxiety. The best way I've done this is I've said they've now become my friends. They stop by every once in a while and we spend time together. We spend time together. It could be days, could be weeks. We just realize there's a limited amount of time that they're going to be visiting, and they'll be gone. And they'll come by and stop by again and visit. Loss of smell, loss of taste, especially in the beginning stages of COVID, but it could continue in the later stages. I've had people tell me in the later stages they had no smell and they had no taste. I had a hairdresser who has long term. She had reduced her hours down to 2 days a week. Now I'm going to tell you something, and I hope she's not listening. But this is the honest goodness truth. And I tell you this in confidence. You don't know this lady. She was the best hairstylist in town. That's why I picked her. I would tip her, sometimes up to 40%, pay her $40 for a haircut. She ended up getting long-term COVID, and she hacked my head the last time completely up. Now I'm sharing that for two reasons. Number one, she may not have even been conscious of how bad she did, but I and everybody else was. And that's the only reason you're going to see me wearing hats. It hasn't grown back out like it was before the last time I saw her. We talked about it several times, her long-term COVID. Had no idea my hair was going to be completely hacked on both sides, to where most people would say, "What'd you do that for? Were you trying to look young and hip?" So I got a black hat like this for about $10 off of Amazon, and this one's red, $10. I want to get more expensive ones. I want to get better looking ones, and I will. I'm being too frank with you right now. I want to just end by saying, look, if you're tired, so am I. Expect it. It goes with the territory. I know there's going to be people watching this because over hundreds watched the one last night. So I've tried to give more information tonight, a lot more, than I did last night. And this thing about my legs and not being so steady is sort of new. Having to hold on to the rails going downstairs and upstairs is sort of new. It's cropped up in the last few weeks. So the bottom line is this: doesn't always get better. It always doesn't stay the same. Long-term COVID can leave one part of the body and go to another part of the body. It doesn't have to just stay in one area of the body and become intensified. It may disappear, go to another part of the body, and all of a sudden you have a problem there that you didn't have before. And it could be a year later or longer. I've shared with you what I know so far. I may update you more on this subject. And I wish I could say, please subscribe, but I don't want to. I could use every subscription I could get, but I can't promise I can give stuff that you'll want to come back and watch. So I'm going to say, if you like my style, this is my style. It's conversational. It's a factual as much as I can make it. If you like my style, you want to hit subscribe and hit like. I don't like to promote myself, and I'm not promoting myself. I'm just saying, if you want to be aware of what I do, that's how you can do it. And also, I was hoping to do something new every day or two. I may or may not make it that often, but I want to thank you for